Hello, happy Wednesday. This is Wednesday Coffee with me, Pastor Justin. It is March the 25th, 2026. And one of the things that I love about my office here at the church is that window right there over my shoulder. I love sometimes just to kind of, roll my chair over there and stare out that window. It becomes a prayer for me, partly because it's beautiful back there, but also because I've got a lot of memories back there. There's, so many stories and so much history, and it's a beautiful day today. And so I thought I might just invite you to come out there with me, walk you around a little bit, share some of those stories, and ultimately invite you to walk the labyrinth with me as a way of preparing for Holy Week. Come on, let's go. All right, I am at the southeast corner of our facility back here, and it's a little bit breezier than I realized today, so bear with me on that. But we're on what we call the Tractor Supply side of the building. This, of course, has not always been here. I served here as youth pastor from 2002 to 2006, and I think that Tractor Supply was built in either '04 or '05. The funny thing about that is that we were kind of disappointed at first because we had this, beautiful pastoral setting back here, and it's like, oh man, there's going to be a Tractor Supply and all this stuff out here. That ended up becoming the biggest blessing for us because over the years people have asked, where's the church? And we've been able to say, well, it's next door to Tractor Supply, and everybody knows where that is. Though they are apparently building another one over on Highway 4 across from Kroger now. There's a church over there too. It's going to mess up our flow, letting people know where we are, but so it goes. Over here, this, of course, is our bus barn and workshop, and I got to pause here. I think we featured this before, but got to just pause and remember our good buddy, Kenny Martin, everything that he did for this church. What a great fellow Kenny was. All right, so here is this backfield. We have about 4 acres back here. By the way, if anybody's curious, that back there is going to be a church. We're excited to have the Bridge Church as our neighbors back there. They are, I think, about to build, and they're a good church. We're looking forward to being neighbors with them. Let me walk you over here. We had at one time 30 garden plots back here behind the building, and all actively maintained. I had a couple. I grew some tomatoes and peppers, the nightshades, and over time it just kind of ran its course, and we sort of abandoned most of the plots, and they became difficult for the mowing team to manage. So we got rid of most of them, except for, well, at the time it was 2. Because a woman named Cheryl Zarnecki, who's a master gardener, had planted asparagus, and that asparagus was deeply rooted and thriving. So we kept it here, even when Cheryl couldn't take care of it anymore. And then over the last month, Hal Gill came in and connected the 2 beds into one, capped the cinder blocks, and really got this all cleaned up. I think it's beautiful. And, we can continue to use this. If you want some asparagus, come and get it, because it's good asparagus and we've got plenty. So you can see here, we had multiple spigots for all the different beds that we had. Now it's just spigots, but that's okay. There's a season for everything under heaven, and the season for this garden has passed. Over here, we have some fruit trees. Jim Couples planted, I think 4 of them. That one there, which is beautiful right now in this season. Got a couple more of those back here. I think he planted that one, and maybe also that tree right there. This one was planted by, I believe, Linda, no. I'm going to get this confused. We've got one tree that Linda Wiley planted in memory of her husband, Ray. And then, and I think that might actually be this one right here. And then over there is a pecan tree that's still pretty young, but that Kathy Murray planted in memory of her husband, Bob. And of course, Kathy herself has now passed as well. And I'm going to talk about her again in just a minute. I would call your attention to this little cross here. This cross is, probably not in the greatest shape right now, but it's special to me because the youth group and I put that cross there in 2003. And I'm going to put up a picture here in a second that I want you to see, because it's become one of my favorite images of all time. That is this is a picture of my son Gabriel when he was, I guess, 2, on his first Easter egg hunt out here. Gabe is turning 9 next week, and I still cherish this picture. Now, continuing on here, this is kind of a silly little thing. This spigot over here, there was a drought. I don't remember which year it was. One of the really bad droughts. Maybe it was that one that, drained the lake back in 12, 13, 14. We had this spigot out here, and we intentionally, we didn't really talk about it. We weren't trying to run up the bill, okay, but we intentionally left a little bit of a drip here. And this became, I think, really the place that most of the local animals got their water, because there just wasn't any around. And I was proud of our property team that they were willing to let that happen. Over here, we have our beautiful outdoor worship space, pergola. The roses are starting to come out. We will have worship right here at 7 o'clock on Easter morning, weather permitting. We've been able to do it pretty much every year with a couple of exceptions. And we always get a good 25, 30, 35 person crowd out here on Easter morning. We'd love for you to come and join us for that. That's, a week and a half away. So these roses really ought to be in bloom by then. I know Carly Bold was talking about, kind of working to string some of them up again so they would cover the pergola again this year. But we'd love to worship out here with you on Easter. And over here, 2 special things. First of all, that little berm over there was put in by Doug Richards and Kathy Murray. And Bruce Morgan was out here a couple of weeks ago cleaning up the space around the chalice. It had a little bit of weed overgrowth, and he made it look beautiful again, and we're grateful for that. And I am now standing here at the edge of our labyrinth. This was the brainchild of Kathy Murray, and I think it's a beautiful labyrinth. I've had so many wonderful seasons of prayer out here. This is open to anybody and everybody that wants to walk it, and so feel free to come out and do that. But also, I would invite you, if you feel so led, just to walk it with me right now. I'm going to go silent, and let us walk together in a spirit of prayer.